Talk your shit
about Larsa Pippen getting half of Scottie Pippen's Chicago Bulls retirement. Now, I want to make sure I tell you to like, subscribe, share the content. Now, let's get right into this. Now, this is trending, and a lot of people got their opinions. People feel the type of way they feel about it. Me, in my opinion, I feel like,
bye, Felicia.
I'm not feeling it like that. I know of instances where people divorce, separate, and they both get something. That actually happened to a family member of mine. Their spouse divorced from their first marriage, and when they retired, they got half of the pension, but it was like that on both ends. So I guess that's my biggest issue with this. It's not unfamiliar to me. It's not unheard of. It's just, what's Scottie get? But we're going to get into it. Okay, let me say this. They had a prenup. Okay. Larsa Pippen is 48 years old, and she has 4 kids with Scottie Pippen. So basically, Larsa Pippen is known for being one of the housewives. I forget which state. And I know she has some ties to the Kardashian family. And she also has a jewelry line. She's, according to the internet, she's supposed to be a model and an entrepreneur. Now, she was married to Scottie for almost 20 years. So I guess being married to him for almost 20 years entitles her to half of what he's going to get from the time he was with the Chicago Bulls. And I think they got married in the late 90s. And I think it was officially over in 21. So everybody got something to say about it. You know, a lot of people don't like her, and I'm going to get into why people are not feeling her. But when it comes to Scottie Pippen and his money, a lot of people feel like, you know, y'all may not like this opinion, but it's my opinion, right? We can all have a difference of opinion and still be respectful and not hate people because they don't agree with everything you say. Most people, including myself, feel like, hey, if you wasn't out there shooting them jumpers, if you wasn't at them training sessions, we ain't never see you on no all-star team. We ain't see you on no dream team. You know, are you even doing the Savannah James? Was you even helping him and watching the footage and stuff with him like LeBron's wife? I mean, what are we really doing here? I don't understand why she would get half either, because like I said, the circumstance I know about this happening is when both parties stand to get a part of someone's pension or retirement when they both retire when it comes to a divorce. So this one-sided situation, I'm not really sure of, but we are talking California. We are talking Hollywood. So things roll a little bit different. Now, let's get more into Larsa. Well, before we move on to Larsa, let me say this. I feel bad for Scottie Pippen a little bit, but accountability, right? So accountability work on both ends. Scottie chose to wife Larsa. So he got to be accountable and hold his head up and just pay it out, take the L. In my opinion, it's the L, and move on with his life. You know, what really is left. But they do have 4 children together. I believe all their children are older and like adults, so it shouldn't be too bad. But I just couldn't imagine. And I know a lot of y'all be so fake. Could you imagine paying your ex, giving them some money? Most people can't really stand their exes when they break up, right? So actually paying them some money, I don't know. Because I've covered these kind of stories before, and people just feel like the money should be given away. Like, you was married, you got to upkeep their lifestyle. I know that was another big thing. And I was going to say this to the end, but since I mentioned that, let me say this now about maintaining someone's lifestyle. Me, you know, I just don't agree with it. I don't think because you marry a multimillionaire and y'all separate, that person needs to continue to pay you because you had X amount of years of living lavish. You know, you better do the Shawnee O'Neal and take advantage of that money and go invest and start some businesses just in case. But whatever. I want to say this though, to all y'all who feel like Larsa is a gold digger, she deserved that money because she needed it. She got to keep, he got to maintain the lifestyle that he was providing for her. Let me give you a quote. The source is Yahoo. Let me give you a quote from Larsa herself. Larsa said, "I would do anything for him." Speaking of Scottie Pippen. "People saying I'm a gold digger is insane. I don't care about money. I've had it my whole life." Larsa say it ain't nothing to her. She been had money her whole life, so you can miss her with the gold digger stuff. She ain't no gold digger. Now, let's move on. Let's talk about why everybody hates Larsa Pippen, right? This is pretty common. Lots of people in Hollywood have these big messy divorces and people have to pay out money. This is the reason why people don't like Larsa Pippen. So in the right hand corner, the far right is Tristan Thompson. I'm not sure about him because I know she was like cool with the Kardashian family, but it was rumored she was with the rapper Future, who is the guy in the middle with the hoodie on without the mask. The guy in the bottom left, I don't know who he is with the mask on. He got a mask on. I can't tell who he is, but people say that Larsa Pippen cheated on Scottie Pippen with Future. You know, she definitely was with Future. Future done been with everybody. So people don't like her. You know, we're living in a time where men are speaking up and men are saying the qualities that they want in women and the qualities that they don't. And if you been passed around or bust down, these are not my words. This is the lingo that's going around in the internet. Men are saying they don't want this and they would consider a man like Scottie Pippen a simp for even dealing with or being associated with a woman as such. So that's just a little background on Larsa, but it gets worse. So after her affiliation with different rappers and entertainers or whatever, she went on to be with Michael Jordan's son. So let's take a look at that and then we will come back.
Why would you date Michael Jordan's son knowing that it's been pretty clear that Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan didn't have this relationship people thought, and certainly don't have it now? Scottie has come out publicly and said that this documentary that was produced by Michael Jordan made him, he says, I was nothing more than a prop. His best teammate of all time, he called me. He couldn't have been more condescending if he tried.
You know, that's, you know, I can't basically explain how someone else feels. That's how Scottie feels. He has a right to the way he feels. Yeah. I personally don't really care about what, you know, other people, how he, you know, I feel like I live my truth. I'm happy. I feel like we get a...
Can we pause at her face? Can we look at her face? I don't know what type of plastic surgery and stuff she done did, fillers. But again, I said it in my last video about Vivica Fox. I'm going to say it again. I'm pretty sure y'all ain't going to care because Larsa not black. But this plastic surgery, these fillers, this augmentation, this Botox, people need to stop doing it, period. But especially to their face. People, public service announcement.
Long, he's my best friend.
Your first face is always going to be your best face. Back to the video.
And so Marcus is your best friend.
Yeah, I feel like we have a lot in common.
But as I was saying, you could date anybody in the world. But why date Michael Jordan's son?
I didn't plan it like that. It wasn't like it was planned like.
Why would you?
Okay, so that's Tamron Hall. She had her on her show. Obviously, Larsa didn't like this line of questioning, but this is why most people, men, hate Larsa Pippen. First of all, why she still got that man last name? What is up with these chicks? What is up with these chicks for getting divorced, saying they can't stand these men, but keeping their last name? I don't know. Maybe they are not familiar with the late Ike Turner. Anyway.
Name is mine. The name got my daddy's blood on it.
Michael Jordan's son. Now, Michael Jordan's son, Marcus Jr., is 16 years her junior. So Larsa is 16 years older than Michael Jordan Jr. And that's causing a lot of stir. Now, I'm going to give my opinion on it. Remember, it's my opinion, and believe it or not, I can have that. I don't think that younger men should be with older women, you know, unless we talking just a couple of years. But a 16-year age gap, in my opinion, is not what it is. And that's just my opinion. I would never encourage my son to, you know, deal with somebody who is 16 years older than him, you know, a divorcee with 4 kids. But, you know, that's just my opinion. I think the age gap should be the other way around. And I think 16 years is a pretty big age gap either way you slice. Where was I? Yeah. The age gap, a 16-year age gap is big even if the man is 16 years older. But with her being 16 years older, it's like, whoa. But again, Marcus Jordan is a grown man. He's publicly said, you know, that's his woman. They done been Instagram official, blah, blah, blah. So that's his woman. he's standing 10 toes down on it. You know, some men, as much as men say they like natural women and they don't like a lot of makeup, they don't like plastic surgery, there is a group of men who will cuff that, who will take a female who's considered a baddie. You know, they always put together, they always in the limelight, they got the outfits, they dress to impress, they got the bad bodies, even though it could be purchased. You know, some men do like that. Some men don't have no problem with it, you know, that aesthetic. They like that Barbie, plastic, whatever aesthetic, and Marcus Jordan is obviously one of them. So a lot of people are not feeling Larsa because of this, and a lot of people feel like
she belongs to the streets.
So, you know, it's like she said in the video, people got stuff to say. People gonna always have stuff to say. You can't really control that. But people are looking at Marcus Jordan like,
really, nigga?
So Marcus is obviously in his feelings.
Feelings, so deep in my feelings.
Because most people are like, why? Out of all the women in the world, why her? So let's touch on that. Let's touch on that close family interaction. According to Larsa, she didn't deal with the Jordans when they was in their NBA heyday. She was like, I was over here. Michael Jordan, his family was over there. I didn't interact with Juanita, Michael's first wife, like that. It wasn't like we was all hanging out and I watched his son grow up. It wasn't like that. I didn't plan on linking up with him. You know, that was just kind of the way the cards fell. It wasn't intentional. I wasn't preying on him. And again, I read y'all a quote from the source, Yahoo. She said she been had money. Money is nothing to her. Okay. So, you know, it's just one of those a little too close for home. Like, yeah, you can date certain people, but it's just such a bad look. But again, they're two consenting adults. Who are we to judge? They gonna do them. Let me mention one more thing before we get out of here about her getting half of Scottie Pippen's money. Oh wait, I wasn't done. Michael and Scottie ain't even cool. Michael Jordan and Scottie's relationship has been a little rocky. And then y'all know that documentary came out about Michael Jordan, and Scottie just like, you know, they ain't on good terms. They ain't cool like that. I've read that Michael Jordan can be very arrogant, so who knows? But it's just one of those things where it's just like, out of all the people, you know, it's just like you break up with somebody, your cousin or your friend, date them, like, yeah, but no. So anyway, back to the money. Larsa is supposed to get a cash lump sum. That half that she's supposed to get of Scottie Pippen's retirement, that's supposed to be one cash lump sum deposit directly to her account. So I just wanted to add that in because I found that doing my research. So, you know, it's just one of those things where we're all going to disagree. Some of y'all going to feel like he was married to her. She had his 4 kids. Hey, he need to pay up. I wonder if y'all would feel the same way if it was a woman. I don't know, because I covered this with the Mary J. Blige divorce, and a lot of y'all wasn't feeling. Y'all be so biased. Y'all don't want to be the same across the board. But anyway, Scottie got a cough up half. Larsa says she ain't even pressed for the money. She been had money all her life. This is nothing. She ain't dating Marcus Jordan for money. She just living her life doing what she do. And everybody just want to have crap to say about her. I saw one source that says she's supposed to be this sweet person. Like, she's got a very nice and sweet personality. I've seen where she supposedly says she's open to marriage. She's open to having another child at almost 50 years old. I don't know. But y'all leave me y'all comments, because I know you're going to. Let me know what you think. And if you disagree, it's fine. We can still be cool. You can still rock with me. Just be respectful with your disagreement. That's all. It's fine. It don't have to be a beef in the comment section every time. So again, my name is B. This has been another episode of Grown Folks Talk. If you like, subscribe, and share the content.
Yeah, B. Talk your shit.